Have you guys been wanting a fan that pushes a lot of air? Well, stay tuned. So today I'll be reviewing the Bitfenix Spectre Pro PWM fan, their 140mm model. And I have to say, this thing pushes a lot of air. So the first to start off with, this thing did come around about $30, I think it was. And so another thing we're going to start off with is the specs on this thing. I mean, this thing is killer. So the operation voltage is 12 volts and the starting voltage is 5 volts. The current on this is 0.4 amps plus 10%. Also, the speed is 500 to 1,800 RPM plus 10%. The airflow is 122.2 CFM. So, it's really good. The air pressure on this is 2.8 mmH2O. So, that's pretty good. And also, the noise is between 18.2 to 29.2 decibels. And the bearing type is fluid dynamic bearing, or they call FDB. So that is the specs on this, guys. I have to say that this fan is really good on airflow, and the static pressure is decent. I mean, I've seen better, but I would put this on a radiator. So if you guys are doing a water cooling setup, I would put this fan on a radiator. It will push air through the back. It won't be the best performance ones I've seen out there, but it is suited for a radiator setup. I do want to mention that this thing does have, if I can control it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fins. Let's redo that just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 fins. And also I want to show you something on these fins. Let me get up really quick. Is that these fins have this little detail on here on the fins. And it's supposed to improve static pressure or airflow. So that's a really nice feature that they added to it. See if I can get better. There it is. Okay. Also to keep in mind is that this fan is a PWM fan, so it is a 4-pin fan. So that's one thing I really like on this fan. And today I want to show you actually how it performs. I don't want to give you guys just some numbers and say, okay, that's it for the video, right? Because that's too short. And second, oh, okay, thanks for the video. No, I want to show you guys actually how it works and my opinion on this thing. So I'm going to hook it up to the adapter. And the adapter does come with it. It does go to a Molex to a 4-pin adapter. And actually, before I start, it does come here with rubber grommets in the box. I did not put them on because they're super hard to put on. But let's actually turn this thing on. And how I tested this, I did hook it up to the power supply. I did jump the power supply with a paper clip. And I did not do it on the case, all this testing on the case, because I cannot turn it on because I don't have all the parts. So I'm just going to hook it up to the power supply and see how it does. And I think it does run at full RPM. I think it was 1800. So let's start to turn this thing on. I'm going to face it towards you first to show you that it actually is on. There it is, see? Fan is spinning. Now, right off the bat, there is, I don't know if it's vibration. No. I mean, it's the motor. The motor, you hear a motor sound. I mean, the airflow is pretty good. Wow. You just use this as a fan. Anyway, back to the topic. Yeah, you just hear the motor sound. There's not really vibration. I mean, you hear vibration, but you don't really hear it. There's a little clicking sound. That's why I kind of stopped. There's a little clicking sound here. But, I don't know if that's normal. I haven't heard that before. But yeah, this, you do hear when it's on at full blast. But it does produce a lot of air. So to show you guys how much air this thing is producing, I'm going to put it right here. And to test it, I have this little strip of paper. I've used it in the past. And this is going to show how much airflow is actually going on. So I'm just going to hook it up. That doesn't work. There you go. So, I mean, look how much it's lifting off the ground. It's like almost 2 fingers, basically. So, I mean, it is pushing a lot of air out. See? Yeah. Finger. I mean, this thing is producing a lot of air. And to show you the static pressure on this thing, I got a sheet of paper here. So I'm going to hook it up by the corners, and I'm just going to drop it right behind it. So you see, it's like angling. See, look at the angle. So I would recommend this for a radiator setup because it does have the static pressure for that. But if you want something a little bit beefier, then okay. But this will do for a radiator. So that's about it. It does make noise, but it does produce a lot of, airflow. I mean, this thing's really incredible. Let me turn this back off. Okay, so as you see, it is turning off. That right there. And let me unplug it. So as you guys just saw, this thing produces a lot of air. The sound isn't that great. I wish it was quieter, like 24 decibels or 26 decibels, not 29. So I wish it was quieter, but it'll do. It will do, trust me. If you have it enclosed, I think it would, dampen the sound a little bit more. So hopefully it will. But if you have like really big aggravation for sound and you can hear things easily and you always get annoyed easily, this fan is not for you. But like I said, it's not that loud to me personally, so you're gonna have to test it yourself to say that. So it's almost like an opinion. But this does produce a lot of air. So if you want to produce a lot of air, this is the fan for you. If you have a medium type of static pressure, this is pretty good. I mean, it's 2.8 mm H2O. So keep that in mind. And like I said, I did get this around like $30, I think, on Newegg. So yeah, it's pretty good. If I had to rate this between 1 and 10 on the airflow, I would give it a nice 8, because I've seen a little bit better. But yeah, static pressure, I would give this about an 8, and for the noise, I would give this a 7. So it's not the most silent fan I've heard. I've heard better. But this is pretty good. I mean, I really think it's worth $30, guys. I think you guys should go get one yourselves or test one out if you guys could somehow test one. I think it's worth it. So go check it out. So that wraps up for this video, guys, today. Please hit that subscribe button down below. It really, really does help me, guys. Also, like this video if you liked it, and also dislike it if you disliked it. If you're in the middle, comment down below. Also, for some great reviews, go check out Jade's 2 Cents, Linus Tech Tips, and also Paul's Hardware. And for some great cell phone reviews, go check out Super Saf TV. He was really, really good for some cell phone reviews. And that wraps up for this video, guys. See you guys next time.
Truth when